made it flawlessly. Almost made it. I just don't remember what part this is. Got it. I know where we're at. So, this is going to be Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations, Part 8. Move that down 1. And this needs to move down just a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Yo, have a good one, Zim. Thank you so much for hanging with us. I guess we'll try and bring back a little bit of the voice acting tonight. I had to take some time off just because of like the laryngitis or whatever you want to call it. But my throat was just absolutely butchered for the better part of 2 weeks. But we'll go from Sad Omori to Phoenix Wright, where I believe we have a French chef on trial. It's rather strange. Nah, I don't smoke. My coworker had something and I gave it. And it was awful. I couldn't talk for like a fucking week, dude. Yeah, you're not gonna get laryngitis from that. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie! Hey, it's Dick! Hack! Detective Gumshoe! Are you doing alright? How are you feeling? Bubba, Gumshoe definitely talks like an idiot. Yeah. You should help me voice act this instead of watch Criminal Minds for the 10th time in a row. Give you a microphone? I don't have a spare one. You have to. You mean Ashies? I sent it back to him. No, you can just hop in a Discord. It's a lot of effort. What do you mean? God damn it. As if you need to ask either question, sir. Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? He definitely looks like he sounds like that. He's like the fucking big dumb. That dude's got like a fucking 1.5 foot long cock, fucking size 14 feet, and about 4 brain cells. Yeah, you can. I just screen share this to Discord. No delay. There's never a delay that way. And you! Yes? You better square this case away, pal. You got it? Maggie's innocent, you hear? Alright, Shelby's gonna do it. Alright, let's go. Meet me in... just do it in Maj. Anything that does not look like it has a penis in voice. Okay. You need... apparently Shelby needs pants. I doubt that. Exactly. Yeah. Alright, so we get guest voice acting for this one, so I don't have to sit here like an idiot. Sorry for those of you that like my high-pitched girl voice. You're just gonna have to live with it. Anami, do you have very high-pitched girl voice? Hi, Bubba.
Hello.
Hello. Alright.
You need to Discord share.
It is. It's right there.
Where?
Alright. Is it up? Can you see it and read it?
Yeah.
If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious?
Hey, detective. You're on our side for once, right?
Yup.
So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir?
Of course. I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You got me? I don't trust Gumshoe.
I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, okay?
I can only wish. Your voice is higher pitched than your sister's? I mean, that's okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Bitter. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Ah! What's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You's talking to me?" It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. Ah, I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you're Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind this mask is a man who is really absolutely fucking idiotic. Oh, who really hates me for some reason or another. Yo, I bet it's Edgeworth's ex-boyfriend. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during the retrial, nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence represented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything the phony me said, trust me. Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Hey, welcome back, Proxy. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. Other way around, Detective. Yo, what's up, Spectrum? How are you, dude? Hope you had a terrific night. What was going on with you today? It's Big Dick Gumshoe. Big Dick's back, baby. Oh yeah, that's right. Halo Infinite dropped today. How was it? Oh, sorry. It's all good. You enjoyed it? Hell yeah, dude. Glad to hear. I know a lot of people have been mad hype and waiting for that. Battle Pass is trash. Yeah, Proxy. This is actually the last time we really played Phoenix Wright, just because of my voice being absolutely jackhammed. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was in the initial trial's investigation is tied up with another case now.
I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake.
I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case?
Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg.
Fucking hate this game.
He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report.
The court accepts this into evidence. Glenn's autopsy report added to the court record. Sometimes you just gotta step on your ding-dong a little bit. Wait, seriously? You just get points for challenges and nothing else? That's awful. Yeah, and if you get really bored, you could probably take over some of the voice acting too. It's just something I wanted to try out and see how it comes across. To be fair, either Dami Mommy or you could just have your wife do it. Or partner. I mean, hey, I'm not here to judge.
Here are the floor plans of the restaurant.
Oh, but ferret tail on the camera.
That's because she's alone.
Kappa. I am very familiar with the concept of Dami Mommies. One of our friends became their own Dami Mommy, alright?
When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right there, and the poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress.
The waitress being the accused.
Yeah.
The echo thing is just because we're like really, really close together. Do you have like audio on over there? Or is my voice just carrying that hard?
I think it's carrying. Hold on.
I was gonna say, I do have one off.
I moved it this way a good bit, so.
There he is. Quick sound deadening material. Look at that. It works perfectly fine.
Alright. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner and the chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo.
That dude's so weird. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Tribulations floor plans added to the court record. Come, detective. Take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Miles Edwards isn't in this one. A grunkle Stan in a costume? You mean like Cy Twitty in a wig? Ah, Jesus. The incident. But yeah, I hope you had a great stream beyond that, Spectrum. Hopefully they get the Battle Pass stuff sorted out, because that's bullshit if it's literally just, you only get points for challenges. That sounds awful.
When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time, with his Saiyan Scouter. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, looks like Ms. Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive.
Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady.
The facts of this case seem to be ironclad.
Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but Yes?
Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood?
I already told you, that wasn't me. Oh, fucking right. Hmm. Ding ding ding. All right, let's start pressing some questions here. Can I stop you for just a minute?
Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence?
He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. You claimed that there was another man at the victim's table.
Yeah, that's what she said, and
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah, it's true. Their two testimonies tie up on that. They both said that there was no other guy at the table.
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I always be pressing. Smash! Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Huh. That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations, right? I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Well, it's more like a photo to me. Yes, one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. This dude is so annoying, by the way. This is the photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This was the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree that this is such a clear view of the crime scene. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Ugh! It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. Well, that's not a fucking great way to start.
We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time.
He was listening to his radio, you say?
Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket.
Oh, but ask you.
Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece?
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not?
Press it, press it, press it, press it.
And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe?
Huh? How should I know?
Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere.
This isn't going very well, is it?
Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used?
Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup.
Yeah, Demon, we're giving it a try. Also, I can hear Rockland. So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else?
Not sure I get you, pal.
Was the poison a liquid or was it a powder?
If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance.
So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Salt, sugar, pepper. Huh. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite?
The victim took his coffee black with no sugar.
It seems that the poison could have only been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Well, Phoenix, let me tell you. We're gonna press. Are you... No. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee?
Huh? What do you mean?
According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it?
Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking.
In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there.
Huh? For me?
Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence.
That piece, sir?
Yes, that piece.
What piece was it again?
This. Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns?
Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup.
Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. I'm an expert at rimming. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this. Ugh!
For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants.
Oh, I forgot. I wanted to bring this over here. That should be a lot easier for everybody.
Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch.
Alright. Potassium cyanide, I've heard of that chemical before. Because maybe I paid attention to literally anything in my... Yeah, it looks like lipstick, not coffee. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe?
It's, well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much in your history.
How much is too much?
A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's enough to finish anyone off. I mean, that's not true though, because we need to have a discussion about bioavailability, breakdown. You know, technically, is that an LD? Is it an LD50? Generally, LD50 is like the general equation.
0.2 grams? How much is that?
You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much.
Fuck Gumshoe. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere.
And, it looks like Mrs. Bird might have had a kind of a motive.
Ah, the Rams lost? Trade for Von Miller, lose the last 2 games in a row.
Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion.
You know what my golden rule is, Detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another. Based? Based on what?
For what?
Huh? I don't get it.
I'm saying, we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. Gloves! Steering wheel! Steering wheel! Gloves! They are getting their asses beat. Dude, I'm gonna miss Kimi Räikkönen next year, because he has the best radio ever, because well, you know... Ah, you fuck me up. Wow, dude, they are getting stuffed up the anus.
Nope.
So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Ms. Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe.
He was, they said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket.
I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too.
It disappeared from the scene of the crime.
And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Yeah, they said.
Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one.
Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Probably. Wait a minute! The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Huh. I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket.
One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant.
What? Order! Order! Huh. She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately. I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. Victim's lottery ticket added to the court record. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too, but it feels heavier now, somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person. Lee? That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone proves a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rule. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money.
Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast.
Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time.
Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen.
That stain looks like... can't be blood, can it? Huh. Seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? It's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this scene. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else, I presume you mean? Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident covered this, potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket?
Yeah, Maggie's prints were the only ones on it.
What? Order! 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 The court will accept these items into evidence. Apron added to the court record. Potassium cyanide added to the court record. We fucked. There's still something bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the blood stain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a blood stain. You don't need to be told, just look at it. Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? Fucking Maggie. It's like Maya. You just have to kind of lock her up and like not blink. She's like the weeping angels from Doctor Who. Battery. The old Vaporunski.
No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir.
Ketchup? Yep, that's the wrong direction.
She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day.
You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness.
Wow.
That sounds awful.
I thought everyone knew what it was already.
I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence, they have all been clearly established. Well, Trite, it seems you really are a phony after all. You really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. Man, we are getting our ass whipped. Yeah, I want to know what's up with the visor, Sharky. It makes no sense.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. Must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and a bottle of poison, but that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be for a while. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Trite. Just gonna blink a lot. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin. Alright, first of all, how did they figure out who this guy was if he didn't have identification on him? Blah, 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 blah. I think that's probably what we're gonna go.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir.
I assume that's probably Victor Kudo. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe?
There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened.
Yep, Victor Kudo. We're obviously talking about the same old man.
Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them, and seeds.
Seeds. Huh. It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently, so he was... Dude was late reporting the crime. Sorry, I had a fucking stroke.
Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been really tough for her.
How long was the defendant unconscious for?
The officers got to the scene of the crime at around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. Took another 10 minutes or so before she came to.
Well, she probably had the evidence deposited on her.
I would have liked to have been on the scene myself.
I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search, too.
I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that. All pretty and peaceful.
You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. You fucking creep. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation.
Oops. Guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? The victim didn't have any identification on him.
Okay. He didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then?
No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet.
58 cents?
Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in the wallet than me, pal.
The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here.
But we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly.
Wait a sec.
Did I say something dumb again?
Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's what you basically said, yes?
Yeah, basically.
In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly?
Oh, that.
He's so let down. He's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going.
There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with all the lottery tickets.
It seems Mr. Glenegg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations.
We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds.
That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? Let's go for it. So what sort of medicine was in the bag?
Well, actually, the bag we found was empty.
Huh?
Yeah, completely empty.
It was completely empty? Huh. You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate? Are you, Trite? I just like when he doesn't make a noise. He just exclamation marks. He just fucking like what is the sound? Is it just like, you know, like Snake being alerted? Is it just
It's the classic.
Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective? The sound of thinking. Ugh.
When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket in a bottle of poison.
But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket?
Hey, yeah, you nailed it, pal. It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes.
Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat.
Oh, sorry.
So, Trite, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. It's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness.
And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
No. It's an empty prescription medicine bag, you idiot. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony.
Uh-huh, finally. I'm getting all anxious to waiting, so hurry up, will ya?
You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene? However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later?
No, they didn't.
The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where, then, did the medicine disappear to?
You are too cool, pal.
Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence?
I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh?
The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Order! Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that? Huh, that's all. What? Read for the court the name of the prescription on, name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear Otolaryngological Clinic? It's near nose and throat, doctor. You're welcome. Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, I'd say. A war wound? A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Elg found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum? And what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. What? It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. He found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all. No.
Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over.
She's right. But I can't get away with any old, weak objection. What should I do?
Push it real good!
Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. Elg correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You know as well as I do that that medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems like that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. It hardly seems like that coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. Arrgh. That's enough, Mr. Godot. Is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot? Hello?
I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was in the restaurant on the day of the murder.
Victor Kudo? The pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems to be a little bit more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me.
Yay, good job, Nick.
The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Court is adjourned for recess. The visor was smoking and blowing. January 7th, 11:03 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Phew, that was close.
Tell me about it. Nearly died in there.
That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me. But he totally set me up.
I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right?
It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again.
Poor Gumsh.
So, the next witness is going to be the old guy from the park, right?
Yeah, Mr. Kudo, lover of waitress uniforms and projectile seeds. They might want to rethink the wording on that because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, let's just rethink that one.
I bet he's going to be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know? he's a big old grouch. Are you gonna be able to handle him, Nick?
Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even those never-ending bird seeds. There's Victor Kudo staring at the waitress uniforms. Hi, Bubby, you need a beverage or anything?
Yeah, I was gonna make a coffee.
Okay. I'll take a 2-minute break here. I also have to come up with a voice for Victor Kudo. I've used up my crotchety old men voice for quite some time now. Let me just readjust this as well. Ugh, Christ. Yeah, so this is something I actually wanted to try, Anna, just to like make this, like at least make this entertaining enough that it's not just me sitting here in silence and like relying on everyone in chat to keep conversation going. Unfortunately, the past 2 weeks, my throat's been fucked up, so I haven't been able to do it. What the fuck is a grunkle stand? I'll have to remember. What? I've got a Harry Potter. Well, I mean, Victor Kudo sounds like he's probably like a little bit of an angry guy, but he's also kind of old, but very, very short. Would you kick the ottoman again? Oh, not the here. Can I actually have the PSP? Fuck you, chicken strips. I have to see if they make like a component capture kit for the PSP. Oh fuck! I need a whole ass battery. I don't know. Doesn't give a fuck. That's what. Ah, there's an. Yes, all right, cool. What are you putting on me? Oh, despite Disputer. I need to find Gravity Falls. I've not watched Gravity Falls. I don't have time to watch a lot of like TV and stuff, unfortunately. I wish I had more time, trust me. All right, I'm gonna make this cup of tea and I'll be good to go. And then Shelby just needs her coffee. We'll probably put like another 45 minutes to an hour into this, I'd assume. What do you mean, goddamn? You mean me doing all of the male characters and there's just 2 girls? Don't tell you what to do? Alright. Sure, I guess. Throw the coffee all over the fucking floor then. See if I give a fuck. Yo, what's up, Cassie? Alright. Shall we pick this up? Okay. Pick up these nuts. Please. January 7th, 11:15 a.m. District Court courtroom number. Alright. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Godot, your next witness, please. The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Name and occupation, if you don't mind. The name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me, me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times, too. You don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation. My occupation? Listen, youngin'. How much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here? Kimono embroidery? That's what I do, or did back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed.
Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe he could embroider my costume sometime.
Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Now then, witness, you were in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Ah, yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino. Seeds? What do you think these are, I see. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps? Did I? Oh yes, I did, I saw it all! Then please, tell the court. We're all ears. Sure. I'll tell you every last detail. He's really getting into this. What I witnessed, my throat absolutely fucking self-destructing. The young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl right there, in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Mr. Kudo, she's not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. Yeah, you're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with the old-fashioned ones, huh? Newfangled? All this talk of radios and glasses, it's wireless and spectacles. I tell you. Excuse me. Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away. All right, fucking, so the defendant's maggot chud. Got it. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. All right, let's see what dickhead Victor Kudo. The young man was reading the sports paper. All right, well. So you saw the victim then? You saw Mr. Glenn Elg? I wanted to know if Guts and Braun retained his championship or not. So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question. There are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right? So what if there are? If you say that you could see the victim, that means you were sitting at a table on the other side of the restaurant, correct? Yeah. I go to that place to drink Javachino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember which table I was sitting at. You mean you go there to eye the waitress? All right, let's see what his second round brings us. Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw? Richard Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I. I see. My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving. I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a waitress. It's all right. I appreciate butts too. And I saw what the serving girl put into the Javachino as well. I bet I know what's coming up, and something tells me I'm not gonna like it. I'm just gonna fucking leave it. It'd be dangerous to press this too much. I better ignore it for now. So what happened next? The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then he collapsed. He took just one sip? You youngins, you waste everything. Those Javachinos cost $8. In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died. Congratulations, you have earned the title of battiest man to grace a courtroom. So it was an immediate death? Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that is possible. Yo, what's going on, Brother Ice? How are you, dude? Yo, take care, Camo. Get yourself some rest. Thanks for hanging. We'll say hi to our friend Ice. Playing BioShock. Let's go. What a great game. I am an absolute sucker for BioShock. Wowee. How's it going? Not bad. Just got today and tomorrow off. We're actually doing some Phoenix Wright. Shelby decided to help me out with some of the voice acting, so it's a bit more interactive and entertaining. Ugh. How are you liking BioShock? This is good. I can definitely take a break. Red's killing me. Also, Shelby's in the middle of doing a quest for Genshin. I don't want to interrupt because it's time sensitive. Yeah, how are you, Sir Ice? Hopefully you're having a terrific time. If y'all don't know Ice, recommend checking him out. Super awesome stream. Lots of retro, lots of very high quality image capturing. He's a big fan of upscaling. Forgot a lot of the Splicer's natural resistance to weapons. Yep. You know, sometimes it just really, in fact, do be that way. Unfortunately. Oof. Exactly, Chris. What a banger. Ugh. Alright. So it was immediate death. Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that's possible. Oh yes, you slumped over without as much as a twitch. I felt the Javachino I just drank turned sour in my stomach. Oh yes, I know that feeling. And the waitress? I presume she is... That's the serving girl right there. In the defendant's chair. I remember her well. You said I remember her well in reference to the waitress? Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is. Sorry? You can see all the way up to her, you know, she's practically naked in that uniform. So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit? But anyone could wear just such a uniform, even me. I will do it for the right amount of money. Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image.
Don't get all excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together.
I'll wear what I want to. Shut up. Your sister's dead. Fuck you. I guess I got a bit carried away. There are other things that I recognize about it too. He seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Press it! Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not. Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask you to add them to your testimony. Sure. There was a ribbon in her hair, and her apron straps were loose. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance, but what about the most crucial detail of all, her face? As if I wouldn't remember that. The witness noticed the straps on the accused apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face. That's right, I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red. So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I have a feeling there's something more to this somehow.
Ask her about her back.
All right, we'll ask about her back. Did she, in fact, have dump truck ass? The identifying features you described are all things that you would see from the back. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all? He's got you there, Gramps. People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment. I'll tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw. Homie just outing his kinks, just like out in the open for everyone. Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features you observed from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure.
This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer.
And if I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet. There wasn't anything about her that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. Well, did you perhaps miss all of the fucking stains, you idiot? Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this. Yeah, that filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating. Yeah, have you ever seen this before? Of course I haven't. You think I'd forget something as dirty as that? Well, you half-witted clot. All right, I'll zoom. Fine. Just zoom. What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here. Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this, which means you had really seen this apron before. Oh, well. Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front. You were staring at her ass all day, you pervy old fucking douchebag. Oops. Witness! You can't just oops your way out of this. Well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. I can make an automated coffee launcher. It's just gonna spray coffee all over the fucking apartment. Listen, Trite, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Ms. Maggie Bird? Exactly. When that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you remember seeing. It happens, Ice. Dude, I do it all the time. The most distracting thing in the apartment when I'm trying to work is Shelby, if she's up and walking around. It's true, Bubba. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps. Yo, what's up, Luke? Welcome to the stream. You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted.
He can't remember? Probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out.
This dude works at the local Chipotle. Very well. Let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim. About the victim. He was another one of those pesky young types, wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. And then the serving girl in question brought over the Javicino. The little fidget picked up the coffee with his free hand and took a sip. The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail. Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything.
Sally. How are we gonna handle this, Nick?
We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot.
Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel?
I don't give a fuck about your grandpa. Watch your grandpa fall over all fucking day. I suppose, but it's what I do best. Jesus Christ. Phoenix Wright. Slayer of the elderly. Alright, let's see what we got here. Spectacles? Dark glasses to you. One of the lenses was green and the other one was broken. Newfangled rubbish, that's why I remember him so well. He did have some kind of lens over his left eye, but I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses. He seems to have been wearing some rather modern-looking shades. That's a Saiyan Scouter, sir. For assessing power levels in terms of a Raditz. Replacing the press button with the slay button. Perhaps I should take to wearing some and rival Mr. Godot's sharp appearance.
We better come up with something sharp and quick.
I have a knife. Is it gonna be sharp enough?
Rule number 9.
Yo, have a great night, Ice. Thanks for bringing everyone by. Like I said, if y'all don't know about Ice, definitely check out his content. Fabulous, fabulous friend of the stream. If you're more interested in what goes on in this fucking crazy part of the world, there's the Discord, there's the YouTube, and there's the Twitter. Discord will keep you up to date with current events and community nights on the weekend. YouTube will have all of our VODs for casual playthroughs, PBs for our speedruns, world records, tutorials, motovlog, cooking streams. You name it, it's there. The Twitter's, I don't know, fucking whatever, it's there. I guess I'll wait to see if I should challenge him about the spectacle. He got a newspaper in his right hand and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The newspaper was a sports paper, was it? That young hooligan, I nearly asked him, can't you even read without fidgeting? How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all the wrestling going on? I needed to find out if Guts and Braun retained his championship title. It was his paper, not yours. You wanted to know so bad, why didn't you buy your own? What are you looking at me like that for, huh? You dare judge me. Ow!
Guts and Braun got beat yesterday, by the way. Anyway.
Young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. The wireless? The decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless. Oh, boy. And using an earpiece. It's selfish. That's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it. Was he that desperate to listen to the radio? What are you looking at me like that for? How dare you feel sorry for me? Ow! Then the servant girl in question brought over the cappuccino. Yo, shout outs to our tea sponsor, by the way, that has a rippin' good chamomile. Nerd Teas out of Canada. Look them up. Me and Chris have spent a good portion of time scrolling through that website, but they are really neat. Give them a check. They got some awesome tea. Monk's Blend is super good, as is the Lime Gelato. The Viet Milk Tea is also absurdly good, like really good. You mean the waitress who you only saw from behind, right? You're one of those, are you? You never let anything go, isn't that right? Maybe. What does it matter if I saw her from the front or from behind? My eyes don't lie. Ow, ow! Better not push it until I've got some hard evidence. Little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. Well, let's bring up the coffee. Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing your credibility of your memory? I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you. Nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song. Care to tell us where this is going, Trite? According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left. Ka! What is this, kindergarten? But I would like the court to please take a look at this. That's the cup the victim used, correct? Yes, and on the rim you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips. Yes, there's a stain left by the coffee. If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But how? Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Let's go. Bullying an old dude. Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park where he came from. Wait! If you think I'm gonna stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about that dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw. You still insist on your testimony? That young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's that dead young hotbot and you spiky-haired yahoo who are at fault. The dead young hotbot and the spiky-haired yahoo. Sounds like a... Congratulations to every anime ever. Ooh, me? Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man, old man. I've been around 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say. Yeah, it's all Hootpoot's fault, Larry. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but sure. Why not hear a little more? Mr. Godot! But this is my 16th cup of coffee. I have to take a shit so bad it's gonna be fucking Mach 1 coming out of my ass. So, this is your final stand. Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. He did eat the birdseed, at least. We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work. HDTV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad. But they don't matter. I know what I saw and I'm telling the truth. It's true, he doesn't seem to be lying. And those are the facts in good old black and white. Let's see what we have. His left eardrum was... Well, why would he have an earpiece in a dead ear? I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD? No question, you can lock me if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. I don't think so. Well, what did you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo, but the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. It was ruptured. Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Is that true, Captain? It is. Pigeon! Pretty pigeon! Order! Order! This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind. And he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece. We know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Goodell? A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk. Captain, are you calling me a drip? Well, I mean, old man's definitely got some steez. This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his cappuccino with his left hand. Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup he held in his right hand and switched to his left. That's what the old man saw. Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee. Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. One hand or the other, Mr. Elk drank the poisoned coffee, like this. Sadly, Mr. Godot, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the victim's memory is credible. And the results are clear. He was too busy staring at ass. He got lost in the sauce. The testimony given by this witness is useless. For those of you that need the reference,
Is it hard to be fresh if you don't have money, or can you still pull it off?
See, when I ain't had no money, I still had sauce. See, if you don't got no sauce, then you're lost. But you can also get lost in the sauce.
You can get how you get lost in the sauce?
Man, a bitch gonna get lost in the sauce, man. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, man.
I'm sprinkling sauce, dropping sauce every street, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I dig it.
Overdose of sauce.
That's what it is.
No meat, just sauce.
When you're born,
no meat, just sauce.
Or do you acquire sauce?
You can't born with sauce.
You get sauce. You get sauce from.
How you gonna be born with seasoning? You gotta get seasoning.
Yo, what's up, DM? How are you, dude? Man, everyone misses Keo today, I guess. Yo, how are your diddly doodles, duder? Ugh. All right, Bubba, you ready to jump back in? Woo! Welcome, DM. Yeah, we've like had 12 raids today. You're slippery when wet? Word! Me too. I believe it's time to conclude today's proceedings. Your doodles are on point. If they're safe enough for Twitch, feel free to share them. I'm satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court, but to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old fogey. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, you can't reach me from there. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned. Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kudo? Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there, I'm just a bumbling old man that can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now. How is your bad memory my fault? I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. I've kept my mouth shut until now, but there's something else the court should know. What? There's more? To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark. Me? He's looking at me like I'm sort of evil shogun. Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook. Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. Really have to shit. What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Jabachino you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man. That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet! Much, much quicker.
I can't believe this is happening.
Haha! You better get ready, youngster! I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? He's gotta be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. Oh, so you finished, you made an OC a salamander mom? Yo, we were talking about interspecies reviewer earlier, and it seems like chat's favorite was the salamander girl that you could cook your meat on. So, I mean, that's definitely a popular one. And you finally finished the raffle winner? Yeah. I will definitely have to look at that and, you know, try and maybe perhaps win a goddamn raffle for once. Not likely, but we'll try. Dude, Crim, everyone has a weakness for Crim. Alright. First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and then a strip of the cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, This is bullshit. Canonically hung. Yeah, growers not showers. True! Yeah, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Eh? You're doubting me again. You're doubting a poor defenseless old man? No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Don't you get the feeling that there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick?
Yeah. Both of D's nuts gonna fit in your mouth? Yeah. So what? Probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy. You bird brain, that's all you can think of. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your final cross-examination. Oh wait, that's final countdown, not final showdown. Oh well. First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. Then why are you bringing it up? The court generally prefers if witnesses are sure of themselves, Mr. Kudo. Nice, Bubba.
Yeah.
Noisy brat, I'm warning you, I'm more savage than a macho man right now. You won't beat me with this testimony. This is the final battle. Ow, ow! He's chucking those seeds harder than ever. You better be careful.
Come on, Nick, nail him.
The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. The court has already heard that testimony, Mr. Kudo. I know that. I was just setting the mood. How else am I supposed to build up the suspense, The suspense? Yes, now what do you think? Should I work the audience a bit more? No, please continue, Mr. Kudo, as quickly as possible. All right, now where was I? Oh yes, the young boy slumped over the table and, well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. Did he? I'm pretty sure he didn't, because it's still right there. It's right fucking there. Oh, there it is. There it is, right there. Oh, there it is. Oh, found it.
Objection!
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 Well, let's present this. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene. So what? Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact. Huh? Lost your tongue, Granddad? I'm no granddad of yours, hopscotch. Look at this graph! Enough! You throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night, and? What is it now? I just remembered something. Yeah, go on. The broken vase. It was on my table. What? Well, you see. It startled me when that young lad collapsed, so I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean. The vase on your table? Yeah, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked.
Yummy.
Juicy Granddad. Why are you smiling, Godot? That's fucking creepy.
He's on his like 27th cup of coffee, right?
I am doing a concern. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all? Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself. Kudo. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. Wait, listen to me. Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked. I'm still not in a position to deliver a verdict. Ding! The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are 2 disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear.
Wow, Nick, you did it.
I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts. Yes, Your Honor. There's one more thing before I call today's session to an end. One more thing, Your Honor? The witness we just heard from. He is most insistent that his testimony should be of use, so he's summarized it accordingly into this statement. Okay. You may each have a copy of it, if you wish. Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that.
Godot's really mad, huh?
Let's take a look. Is Godot mad? Yep, they're pretty mad. Yeah, I would be too. Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies. My own, yours, and Mr. Godot's. Yes, Your Honor. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry? This isn't a piece of testimony, more like a 5-year-old's apology.
What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies?
That is all. This court is adjourned. To be continued.
Bum, bum, bum.
Whoop. Yeah, definitely lots of tea going on. Would you like to continue, Bubba, or no?
This is a kangaroo court.
This is a kangaroo court. He said he'd defend me only if I sucked his dick.
I don't care, but I need another cup of coffee soon.
Well, Demon, how long is the investigation for this? Bang, 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 bang.
So how do you think the trial went this morning?
All right, I guess we're going. How do you think it went?
You got a bit crazy in there. I wonder if that killed our chances.
Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help him. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee.
All we know is what old Mr. Kudo saw, the apron straps and the ribbon.
And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured.
Talk about a terrifying case of contradictions.
Contradictionitis?
Contradictionitis.
Maybe an hour. All right, we can plow through this. Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh?
Yeah. We've got to find one for Maggie, or she's gonna have terminal case of guilty.
Damn, that's almost as bad as a terminal case of Sugma.
Call Dr. House.
Call Dr. House! Dr. House, I've got a case of Sugma.
Okay.
Oh wow, there's actually lines for the badge. Let's go.
That badge is totally useless, Nick.
Huh?
I mean, no one suspected that Shin Yop was a real lawyer. I bet he didn't even have an attorney's badge.
I guess you're right.
Or maybe he did have one, and maybe he switched a real one for a Fugazi.
The punk band from the 80s? My badge? A fake? That's a good one, Maya.
Why the nervous laughter? Aha, I knew it. Your badge really is fake, isn't it, Nick?
Damn, I'm fucking out of here. Yo, what's up, Utaga? How are you? Well, I'm officially at a loss as to where to start.
Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first.
I guess we should try to put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use?
Yeah, that's true.
And we need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow, I think the key to this case has got to be at Tribulations.
Well then, let's go back there and check it out again. Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing too.
What'd you do to your foot, homie? You're the second person in chat that has fucked up their foot today.
I also fucked up my foot.
3 people. It's been absurd. So, anything on your mind?
Actually, there is something.
I'm not paying you anymore. I can't afford it.
I was wondering about Shin Up. You know, like what he's like and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about that guy.
I don't know what that is.
I had to beat you so hard I'll feel like you was smooching the express train. Phoenix Wright? You saying you Phoenix Wright? Cause I'm Phoenix Wright. I'm the one and only.
Oh shit.
Actually, I've learned a little something about my doppelganger.
Huh? You did? What did you find out?
Oh, yeah, Maya was working at the restaurant when I ran into Don Fonier. Let's just say he is such a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue for defamation. What's that guy's story anyway?
Tiger Blazer, bro.
Bro, he is so ripped.
It's a good one.
You work in a restaurant pulling quad duty, get off your damn feet. Keep them bitches elevated. All right, well, I guess we'll move to the detention center. I guess Maggie's still in questioning.
But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie.
Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know? All right, well, not there. Let's see if Gumshoe has anything.
Looks like Gumshoe's not here.
Never mind that. What's going on? It feels different.
You think?
Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge. What are you doing? Calling the officers for the briefing, quick! Can't you shut down the station server? Chief, quit playing on the internet! But my email pen pal, Elite Asian Princess. Save it for later. I'm turning it off now. No, Elite Asian Princess.
Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh?
Keeping busy? More like panicking, if you ask me. Something's going on. Something big. Dude, not Elite Asian Princess. Come back. Anami, is that you? Are you Elite Asian Princess?
God damn.
Bubba, have you seen what some of these like Japanese Genshin streamers have been doing to like get these screenshots?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna tag you in this on Twitter. But like, they're taking screenshots in Genshin to an entirely new level. Oh, dang.
Right now, I'm in a live.
What?
So I can't look at it right now, I'm in a live.
Yo, I like your salamander, mommy DM. That looks really good. I like it. I like it a lot. You're not saying that it's not. No.
Anami's just saying that Lead Asian Princess and Anami have not been in the same room at the same time.
They haven't been sighted in the same place at the same time. Okay, got it. All right, looks like we're going back to Tribulations. Have to do it from here, though, I think. Uwu senpai. January 7th. The end.
Empty, as usual.
Yeah, and it's lunchtime, too. That's it. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, that sounds like...
Now just call me an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can.
He's getting really worked up about something.
No! That's the wrong number. Ugh. Looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff.
What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe?
Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just listening to the radio, pal.
The video?
Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here.
He is, and he's having the twin tea set.
What can I say? This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal?
You really drove her in the corner, you know.
You always blow apart my testimony. Why of all days didn't you do it today?
Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it. For once.
Yeah, it happened. Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese?
Would he have preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find.
So, did Maggie say anything about... or say anything to you, about me, I mean?
Well, how did she put it again? Can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. Don't ever want to see him again. Something like that.
Well...
But please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean...
Why is this happening?
He's banging his head against the wall, Nick.
Oh, man, poor Gumshoe. So, did you like the twin tea set?
I've never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous my hands were shaking.
So, how did it taste?
Well, for $20, I guess, I don't know how to describe it really. It was delicate.
Delicate?
You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you?
What's the matter with him?
Looks like he's thinking.
That's it. I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. And I just realized, it's bad. That's it. It tasted bad. It's just kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you paid 20 bucks for it, you know?
Maybe you should have found out the price after he'd finished eating.
Hey, Nick? Maybe that's why Glen Elg came? Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set.
If by fierce you mean fearsome. Speaking of Glen Eld, that reminds me. We still hardly know anything about the guy.
Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? So what were you all excited about earlier?
Huh?
That's right, you said you were listening to the radio or something.
Oh, that? That was nothing. I wasn't excited.
Come on, Detective Gumshoe, you can tell little old me. What were you listening to?
Nothing, really. It was just the, daily exercise show.
Oh, you lying bastard. I'm gonna fucking gut you like a fish.
Damn, Daniel.
What the? Cyclock.
This lunch special's lobster sure is great.
Then why are there tears in your eyes?
Fine.
Come on, Detective Gumshoe, you can tell us what you were listening to on the radio.
But I already told you, it was the weather forecast, pal.
Didn't you say it was an exercise program earlier? Alright.
It was nothing, really.
Even if it's nothing, the fact that he's hiding it makes me really want to know. Alright, come here, dickhead. Take that! The radio. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to? Come on, spit it out.
No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you.
We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... He was talking about numbers. It's lottery tickets. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try and win big, just like Glen Elg did.
It's like you can see right through me.
Huh? I've cracked him already?
See, pal? That's why I said it was nothing.
Alright, that was fucking pointless.
I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try.
Well, that must be nice, Gumshoe. You fucking rub it in, asshole. What's with everyone in the lottery?
So, how did it go?
I won 50 cents. Be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elg, see? And they've got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal.
I bet that's what Mr. Alg was listening to on the day he was killed.
Yeah, what time is it now?
It's just after 1:30.
And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time?
Yeah, look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket.
Millionaire radio flyer added to the court record. Experience the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30 p.m. I am not involved with it, for once.
Millionaire radio? That sounds cool.
I wanna... Oh wait, never mind, that's you.
I want to try it, Nick.
Then buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money.
It doesn't have any.
Woo! Oh yeah, let's ask him about Glenn.
I got that broke bitch syndrome.
BBS.
This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked.
What happens when he crashes, though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden?
Fucking hate it. He wasn't literally a computer, Maya.
Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim.
Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday, too.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe, do you have any information that's a bit more fun?
Fun? Oh, I know. So, have you paid a visit to where Mr. Elg worked yet? You might as well.
His workplace? Where's that?
A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc. Or something like that.
Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun, Nick. Let's go.
Computers aren't really my thing, Maya.
We'll be fine. I know all about that high-tech stuff.
I wonder about that.
It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look.
Just trust in my shitty bangs.
A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc., huh? Alright, let's check it out.
Lego.
Alright.
Wow, this place is so high-tech. You can almost smell the electricity in the air.
It's a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know? Who are you? Oh, wait, no, that's you, Bubba. That's definitely a girl.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry. Access is restricted authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that can be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building. Understood.
Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show.
My name is Lisa Basile. I'm the company director.
Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in the shell. Really? We're gonna make this reference? Tony Basil. And that thing over her eye. Isn't that the same device as Glenn Elms?
That's a DMH, right?
Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD.
I have dyslexia. All of my programs here at Blue Screens Inc. are supplied with HMDs. Then do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this. Then they are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one.
Alright. So, what exactly is this firm's business?
I'll try and simplify it so you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them. Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management.
It doesn't matter. They analyze stuff. You got that much, right?
The software we produce is distributed on CD. CDs? Yes. Compact disc, digital optical storage media.
Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music.
It's a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now?
I'm researching the impact of time slicing on a logical access to shared global variables. Obviously, influence response time and performance, so the co-independent global variables and memory overheads is vitally important to the success of the execution.
Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all that?
CD's nuts!
Yeah.
Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. You know what happened, right, Ms. Basil?
You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know. It's terrible. Can you tell us anything that might be helpful? I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier, too.
Did he sound like this?
But I couldn't tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screen Inc. Oh.
How about Mr. Elg's desk? Have you cleared it out already?
No, not yet. It's this one, right in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you're welcome to take it.
Yeah, I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. Alright, let's take a look. There's shit everywhere.
Wow, look at this mess.
Looks like they're all betting tickets.
What kind of betting tickets?
For betting on which horse will win a given race. They're horse racing tickets.
Oh, wow. His drawers are stuffed full of them.
Looks like they're all losing tickets, though. There's over 500 of them.
This many tickets would get you, what, $1 down at the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard But I didn't know you were so hard up that you try and profit from the dead, Nick.
I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya.
Whoa, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess.
Looks pretty average to me.
But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this.
You think? Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know? She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry, then.
Hey, this calendar.
What about it? If this is another hint about tidying, you can just forget it.
Someone's marked December 3rd in red pen.
December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. Is there anything else?
Yeah, it says, with the tiger.
The tiger? Glenn's calendar, added to the court record. Those pillars almost look like they're moving. It's kind of unsettling.
Nah, they just look a bit twisted or warped or whatever word I'm looking for. This office was designed with a futuristic feel in mind. Futuristic? Yes, we tried to imagine what things might look like in the future when we designed it. It helps soothe and calm the soul. On second thought, I agree with you, Nick. This place is really unsettling.
He's really pounding that keyboard, isn't he?
Wow, I bet there's a pro in programmer comes from, huh? I guess I shouldn't be resting on my laurels. Gotta expand my skill set and all that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe I could become old Dee Dee's apprentice.
And what about your spirit medium training?
Fuck 'em.
Look.
Hey, look, Nick. It's a supercomputer. It looks really smart and wise, doesn't it?
Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya.
That explains why we don't use the computer in our office.
You work there too, Maya.
Alright, hold on, I gotta pause, babe. Please, don't argue about something that's so trivial.
And are we interrupting Rock Lady?
Otherwise, the computer will laugh at you. She said she'd laugh at us, Nick.
She's a human, Maya, not a computer. Alright. So I should probably give her Glenn's profile. Where is he? Here we go. About Mr. L.
He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from 1 or 2 bugs in his personality.
I like them both for different reasons.
Oh? Like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it.
Alright, Jeff, that's decided.
That's what got him into trouble.
It is decided. Alright, so Sissy.
What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really no trouble at all. A model employee.
Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. You gotta find out what this trouble was exactly. About Mr. L. Was he in some kind of trouble?
I'm sorry? Why would you think that?
I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Damn. 3 Cyclops?
I guess Mr. Elk is like every other man with his own pile of secrets.
Oh. Well, I ain't got anything else. Back to Tribulations. Check the kitchen. That's you, Bubba.
Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. I'll be back next month.
Oui, naturellement. I will be waiting for you.
If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here.
No, I will have everything ready, I promise.
I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles.
No, stop it, I beg you.
Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you.
No, this is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle.
Talk to anyone and I'll drive a knife right through your heart.
Oh no, you don't have to worry. You know, you worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It is the oil of sandalwood.
I do love raw meat from time to time.
Ah!
I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now.
Was that genocide Jill? I thought we got away from Danganronpa. Ugh! I have the shivers! I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become a nervous wreck. There! Oh, oui, that feels so good. Ah! Oh la la, excusez-moi, monsieur. My eyes! Your eyes! If you have trouble with the eyes, you need this. The oil of sandalwood. Isn't this just the leftovers of what you were just using? You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong? No, you are right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, no? That way I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you la dish supreme. Putting on a brave face, huh? Puppet ass you.
That's what girls do, Nick.
But you are right. Business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People don't not understand it. They think it is Trey. I just wanted people to think that my restaurant was exclusive. But they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays?
Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry.
Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I will defend it to la finale. No one will take it from me. Are you leaving us, Anami? Are you terrified of my strong French man voice? So who was the woman you were just talking to? Oh la la, you saw that? Well, yeah, sorry.
So, who was she? She looked so polite and graceful.
Yeah, and probably covered in blood and dirt. Polite? Graceful?
And she likes raw meat and fires, right?
It's Chie!
Nah, she didn't have a bowl cut. I'll be back next time.
We naturalmente will be waiting for you.
If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here.
You're too lazy to press the button? Well, that's your fault. Now it's gone forever. No, I will have everything ready, I promise. Now that I think about it, hey, Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having.
You think so? Well, then let's show him that piece of evidence and see what happens.
Alright, I guess I'll show him the evidence. So long as that paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with the broken wings.
An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it.
They keep harassing me month after month. In the end, I had to get in. I agreed to help them.
Help them? With what?
My bien sir. If I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied. Please, what did you do? What did you agree to help them with? No, I cannot say. If I tell you, that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with a salad garnish. Ew, I hope he doesn't mean that he'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm going to guess that the woman has something to do with your loan contract. Am I right? Ah!
Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman.
The woman who was here earlier, I take it that she's, why has it come to this? What a tragedy! Suddenly, I find myself so deep in la debt. It is a sign of the bad world we live in, huh? No, I'd say it's more of a sign of the bad culinary skills. The woman who was here, the scary woman, she is from the loan office. Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from? Tender lender it is called.
Catchy name. Just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money.
Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10. $10? Sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya.
Hey, I get a bit more than that, thank you very much.
So, tender lender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh?
I wonder if they've got anything to do with this case.
I am a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. You know, I really take fucking offense to that. Thanks to him loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I am like a slave. I have to do everything that he tells me.
Who's this he?
La Tiger.
The tiger?
Oui. He is the manager of the Tenderlander, a terrifying man, a big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of that battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry. A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter? Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Oh, no. This man has a presence, a most formidable personality. Although, he does have a little spiky hair just like you. There's a resemblance there, I suppose. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all. If you want to visit the Tenderlander, it is just beyond Vitamin Square.
Hey, Nick. I can lend you some as long as it's less than $3.
Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? Alright, let's see if we can go check it out.
Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. We got a big meeting starting in a bit.
About Maggie's case, you mean?
No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside.
Okay, we'll see you later then.
Bye.
You better get going, detective, or you'll be late.
Actually, I've kind of got a favor to ask. It's a big one.
A favor?
Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kind of hoping you'd give this to her for me.
What is it?
It looks like hot dogs and rice.
It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been really worried about her. She looked like she lost a lot of weight.
Detective Gumshoe. How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on this earth who could down this much meat.
The porn industry begs to differ.
I feel like I've been issued a challenge.
He needs some
Meat. He needs some meat.
You think? I love weenies. I can't get enough of the tender juiciness. So will you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal.
I can't exactly say no, can I? Gumshoe's lunchbox given to Maya to carry. A tenderly handmade lunchbox fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Anami, are you where all the weenies go?
Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry.
Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie.
I have to deliver weenies to Maggie.
Yeah, it's finally gone.
Oh.
I too love weenies. They're so delicious and juicy when they go down my throat.
I ran out of coffee and vape batteries like 30 minutes ago.
We'll take like a 2 or 3 minute break. I gotta run. what? What? So this will definitely, that's weird, but voice acting definitely slows it down, but it feels more interactive. Well, I'm sure it's better than all. Alrighty. Whew. Just waiting for Shelby to grab her coffee. We'll do this, and then we got some more P4G on the way. Not right this second. Why? Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I'm ready.
All right, let's get back into it.
I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo. Do you?
Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway. At least, not for now. Besides, any more seeds today, I'm liable to turn into a real To the Tenderloin.
This gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it?
Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome. Talk about a creepy voice that makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. Oh, it's your girl.
You're here to discuss a loan?
No, not exactly.
The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. She's gone. Just like that.
I guess we'll just have to come back another time.
But this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick. Let's take a look around, okay?
Do you think it'd be okay?
Of course. No one will ever know. Coffee? Ah! I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly.
Yeah, yes, thank you.
Do not touch the desk, please. Nick, let's get out of here.
Now she wants to get out of here?
Let's see. This round doll thing is called a Daruma, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured, in case you're wondering.
Do you mean you aren't making stuff up for a change?
I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always rate himself. Go on, Nick. Give him a good shove.
Only if I feel like dying.
Now, this yellow thing. This is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king? Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know?
Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical obster wannabe games. They're not trophies, are they?
Hey, there's a piece of paper sticking out from under here.
What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? $15,000 to replace a bumper and a light? That's insane. What is this, a BMW?
The car is registered to the
Cadaverinis?
Cadaverinis?
Huh? So it's not even the tiger's car? Why would someone else's repair bill be in the tiger's office? Take it.
Just pocket that shit. It's fine.
That's mine.
I really like the pink robe.
Win through compromise.
I wonder what that's supposed to mean.
It must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that.
Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me. That... Ah! That's Penderlender's guiding principle. Oh? Compromise the customer to win. Oh, I see. How about you, Nick?
Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. That one slogan, no business owner, or that's one slogan no business owner should ever have to explain to their customer. Ugh.
Hey, look at this.
Parisian?
Parisian? Look at this Parisian style coat. It's so chic.
Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion.
Hey, look at this. This suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick.
The same color as my suit.
Ah!
Keep your voice down, Maya.
Nick, you've got to take a look at this. Some cake? Ah! I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Just wait here quietly. Otherwise... Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said.
Yeah, sure.
I have my eye on you. I can only so I can take care of you. Understand? I'm scared, Nick.
So, what were you getting so excited about before?
Look, on the lapel of this suit.
That's an attorney's badge. Made out of cardboard.
Is the tiger a lawyer?
No way, look at this thing, it's made of paper. Paper badge added to the court record.
For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick.
Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one? There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud, it's a wonder you can hear it.
The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee? Ah!
Yeah, yes, thanks, it was lovely.
So, you drank it all? If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup.
That coffee was laced with something, I'm almost sure of it.
Nick, my stomach, it's killing me. Oh, wait, maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast.
I sure hope so. We better take a look at that CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the?
What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Law of the Tiger?
I fucking hate that pun. Fucking hate it. It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber?
What?
This must be the CD Maggie told us about.
Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal.
No way! That woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. Phoenix is just always getting ribbed on. It's fabulous.
Oh no, someone's dropped the ashtray on the floor. That's gonna be a nightmare to clean up.
Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything.
Accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal.
How did she manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy?
Oh, hey, there's a book of matches here too.
Matches? Huh, places don't give those out nowadays. Hey, wait a second.
What is it?
Look what's printed on its cover. It says Tribulations. These matches could come in handy. You might be able to use them.
Yeah. The pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out.
Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. That's still going.
Ah!
I'm out front of the desk, Maya. What is you two snooping around in my office for? Nothing. We were just, my precious carpet, you's got ass in my rug. You're gonna wash your ugly feet, never coming through my door. It wasn't us. It was already like this. You just want to argue with me? Is that what you want to do? You think you can take me on at once? I'm gonna flatten you two into pancakes and turn you into my new rugs.
Ah! Oh. Don Tigre, you're back.
Heck, that voice. It's like evil seeping into your head through your ears.
I'm sorry, Don Tigre. I knocked over that ashtray earlier, and
Eek. Has he got a death wish or what? Oh, right. Huh? Forget about it, Violetta. It's not. What? I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, yeah? That is so unfair.
here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan.
Whoa, Phoenix Wright!
Yes?
Is he the crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me? I worked so hard, but now he's gotta come and mess up my plan.
So it was him. He's my phony.
But I don't care. No one gets in my way.
What? I mean, excuse me?
You should have left the little girl at home, right?
I have a few things I want to...
No questions. This is the last time we meet.
Wait. Please.
That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him.
Don't sell me out like this. Like you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream hold it either.
The espresso. And cookies.
This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lender?
With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business. A conscientious rate of interest and an attractive repayment policy.
Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well?
We will tenderly lend you a little bit extra here at Tender Lender. Hey Nick, things are a bit tight for Wright & Co. at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan?
Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much.
Tender Lender is on your side.
So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then?
We take your organs.
Yeah.
We give you more coffee. Strong coffee.
Right. I think I'd rather skip town.
Hey! Just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well.
So, do you know about the incident we're investigating?
What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager.
The manager being the tiger?
Furio Tigre. Furio?
Tigre? So that's where the tiger thing comes from.
Shin Up's got a real name. Nick, hurry up and find out more about him.
Okay. Thoroughly bitter person. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre?
Cookie? Sure? How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself.
I bet you she makes great hair pies, too.
Go ahead, Nick. The honor is all yours.
No, ladies first, Maya. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and the scary girl doing working together?
We are lovers.
That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice.
And I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me.
The tiger saved you?
Please, address him properly as Don Tigre. Otherwise, I'll have to...
Okay, Don Tigre, of course. Sorry. You saved your life? I'd sure like to know about how that happened.
I'm very frail, you see. Just recently, I died once. You died? About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope.
I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx.
But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything? When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding it a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso.
I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you've got a bandage around your head?
This?
So what's the story with the bandage?
They put it on after the operation. Operation?
I'm the doctor for you!
My brand!
My brand!
It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. A fatal injury?
Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once? Damn, psych locked.
Damn, Daniel. Ugh, she really creeps me out, Nick.
Same here, but we've got to find out the truth. All right, let's back it out. We still have a bunch of oh boy, here we go.
There he is. Old CD's back feeding the pigeons again.
There, take this, and get out of my park! Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya, just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can.
What? Why? Hello, man.
What are you doing, Maya? Ah!
Hey, he just turned his back on us.
I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning.
Hey, Mr. Kudo.
Pigeon.
Look, we really need to talk to you, all right?
Out with the demons! In with the good fortune!
Ow, ow, ow! Seeds, shell splinters, painful.
I always knew you were a demon, Maya.
That's fair.
True!
True!
I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today. Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside that he can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal. You mean like Twitch chat? Not at all. Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw a waitress put it in.
Bet you did.
She put some white powder into the young lad's cappuccino.
We hear you.
And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles.
We're really sorry.
So I made a little mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you. Okay, take it easy. Please, Mr. Kudo. Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-haired brat. Take this!
You said we're a craftsman, right?
Gah. The modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves.
Surely it's not that.
I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the Shoguns. You hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one.
Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself.
I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection!
Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young?
I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. I've got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to burst. Fuck no, not November. If you let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What should I do? All right, guess I better let him talk. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days then? Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands.
Errands?
Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of 2-bit community handyman?
Well...
Buy some bread. Now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see? At home, at that restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I? I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute, what did you just say? At home and at that restaurant? Hold up, by restaurant, are you talking about Tribulations? Did you get asked to run an errand there too? Yes, I did, the very day that young brat was poisoned. What? So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do? Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed, and I broke that vase. It all happened so fast, I was in a bit of a daze, you see? Then the owner shouted over to me. Excusez-moi, you call the police. Call them yourself, I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time.
So, did you end up calling the police?
Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze. Did you call them on your cell phone? Ha! Do I look like I have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course.
You went looking for one?
I couldn't find one right away, you know? Wandered around for 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes?
So for 5 minutes after the incident happened, yes sirree, the owner was at Tribulations on his own. Why didn't you mention this in court this morning? Well, I would have if you'd have given me the chance, but you all bullied me out of the courtroom. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I got more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame. You could have at least told us before we got to court.
Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police?
What's important is the uncounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious, which leaves that that man alone in the restaurant. I don't think we ever set an actual gender on this one, so I apologize. I have no idea, Killjoy. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose.
What do you mean?
Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant.
Ah.
Oh, sure, you go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead, huh? We need to get more details about what exactly happened from Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. All right, let's go back to the kitchen.
Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again.
But the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef.
Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me.
Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone.
Ugh. Missing when we need to talk to him the most.
Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose?
Now this is one large mirror. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty.
There's a book on the dresser. Maurice Armstrong's bedtime literature.
Not exactly Pulitzer Prize material, is it?
It looks like a collection of poems he's written.
Poems? Cool. Read one out. And say it with your best French accent, with intensity, okay?
Yo, what's up, dogs? Okay, here's one. Ahem. It's called Printemps. The two of them, like actors from a film. The coffee still undrunk. Sweet nothings over too soon. On that sad Sunday morning. The foolish cocktail, so delicious. Take the last sip of your tea and I know what I will do. I must lie to you. I must.
Huh? That's it?
Yep, that's a poem for you. It doesn't look like there's anything useful here. Let's try and track down Maggie.
Oh, Mr. Wright!
Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you?
Wasn't it just unbelievable in the courtroom today, sir? I'm gonna stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man.
Well, he was all over the place with his testimony.
He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident anyway.
Is it possible she's the one misremembering things? Oh yeah, let's give her the lunchbox.
Let's give her the wieners.
Oh yeah, I've got something you're going to love.
Really? What is it?
Weenie! A lunchbox, just for you. Here.
Wow, a lunchbox? Weenies too! I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe? He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this too. I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir.
Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that.
The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them.
Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier.
And anyway, I hate weenies. Dun dun dun.
Wait, you a lesbian? I thought you were American.
Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright.
Oh, we're gonna share some weenies together.
Yeah, we are. But...
Slurping on some weens. She's right.
Oh.
It's better than letting it go to waste.
But... I guess so.
Gumshoe's lunchbox eaten with Maya.
Well, how was it?
That hit the spot. I love weenies. Move, I'm gay.
Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir.
Look, it's just more evidence that Miles and Phoenix are definitely star-crossed lovers. There's hope for Phoenix and Miles.
You know, you said that everyone else provided testimony that didn't match up with what you remember? Yep. There are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something in the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him.
Didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today? That it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup?
Duh, sugar. So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, he he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it? Oh, yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right?
It was MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrawled on the sports paper as well.
They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir.
Or the victim's medication that's gone missing too.
Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me.
You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenn Elg, collapsed, right?
Yes, it was so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop.
This happened last time.
When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir.
So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Tribulations?
Nope, no idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright?
The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture.
Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to call the police.
Exactly. And you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was all alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time.
No. You don't think it was Mr. Armstrong that set me up, do you?
When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all.
Grr. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, the old man said as much when we spoke earlier.
I don't know. The things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir.
Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out.
Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD.
Okay.
I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better.
Gotta poop. Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony.
Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it.
Okay. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you?
Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite... Doesn't quite what? I took the coffee over to the victim's table. It's true there was another customer in the restaurant.
Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo.
But I can't really say it was an old man. Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman.
A woman?
Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So, what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. And she had kind of a cackling laugh.
Aw, shit! Creepy?
Cackling?
Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like this recently? I don't think we have anything else. Let's back it out. The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No! Just when some young guy was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend.
Lead Asian princess, no!
Lead Asian princess, come back!
Amazing. Wow, this place is really buzzing.
Something must be going down. Something really big.
Huh? What are you doing here, pal?
Detective Gumshoe!
You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay.
Huh?
We've got big problems here today.
Why? What's going on?
It's a virus! A virus!
A virus?
There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system.
But I really need to ask you some questions.
Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up.
Yes.
No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear?
Okay.
If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there.
We're not thinking about borrowing money, detective. We want information.
Oh, that all? Well, let's see. Tender lender is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed, calling in all the debts.
Really?
Don't go poking your nose around in the business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady.
All right, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did you just say? That lady?
Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick?
You better find out what the story is with this lady.
The lady. So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe?
I don't know.
What?
Look, I just go with the flow, all right, pal?
And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable.
What's with the face, pal? You'd think you know what a virus is?
Well, Nick, do you?
A computer virus? Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course.
Really? Wow, you must know everything, Professor Nick.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright?
Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage.
Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode?
No, the damage is, well, it's all internal.
So the inside goes boom, right?
Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PC here in the station. A virus could wipe out all of that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, and what's even more scary is the viruses are infectious.
Infectious?
Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network, so the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster.
Just like a real virus, huh?
But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that?
Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal?
No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's.
What? That's horrible.
Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold.
Right. Then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he's too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong.
Who, where, when and why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is, a bad program that causes damage.
And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught before somewhere.
The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it before too. Detective Gumshoe, about this.
What? I'm trying to concentrate on Maggie and the virus right now, so I... That's it, that stupid name. I remember it now.
I thought so. Here it comes.
Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on?
It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it.
The name scribbled down on that sports paper and written on that CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber.
What?
Yeah, the virus that's just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber.
Can you give us any more details, please? We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if the demands weren't met.
Who are they?
I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess. And now the virus has been released, huh? Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival.
All this stuff with criminals and viruses, it almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie.
Apparently, the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the route of this virus on the black market. You mean someone put this virus up for sale? Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal. In the millions? The virus can be worth that much? MC Bomber updated in the court record. Alright, is there anything else we have to do? Oh yeah, the lady. Fucking B-grade genocide Jill. That's the girl who works over at Tenderlander. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it.
She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she?
That should be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Her name's Viola Cadavarini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadavarini.
Bruto Cadavarini? Do you know who that is, Nick?
Never heard of him. Bruto Cadavarini is the boss of the Cadavarini family. The Cadavarinis? That's one scary sounding name. We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. Well, you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? No, I don't ever remember saying I was going to. I better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. Up on the top. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadavarinis? Who are they? Scary bunch of people, that's who. You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about? Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. They got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. You can't touch them. They've got too much moolah. Moolah? As in, they pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market. The black market, huh? And that includes Tenderlander, I take it? Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadavarini. I mean, no one. Interesting.
Viola, granddaughter of some mafia boss, then?
Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him. So, how did she end up at Tenderlander? I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss at Tenderlander are pretty tight.
Tight?
Like a toy gun. That's what it said in a file I read related to Maggie's case. Sounds like a pretty important clue. Ah, I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing. And that is? You know, the lunchbox. How did everything go? Lunchbox?
The weenies!
You remember?
Remember, the weenies? I hate weenies!
Oh, yeah, those weenies. Just slinging them down my throat. So, how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch?
Well, it was delicious.
Yeah, that's what she said? Really?
That's what she said.
Ah, don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared. Prepared? What do you mean? I made a jumbo lunchbox.
Oh.
Do me a favor again, huh, pal, and deliver this? This sure is a heavy burden, in more ways than one. I just can't imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that.
Weenies. Again, Nick. Tell me we don't have to eat all these too.
Gumshoe's lunchbox given to Maya. Again.
Yes. More weenies.
More
I
weenies.
really can't eat anymore. Go see Maggie.
I don't think we have anything for Maggie yet.
We have to deliver the weenies.
Well, I know we have that. Yeah, she's not here. No, he's still not there. No, he's got nothing different.
Oh, I get it, Yutaka. Some young guy.
You really? You've never heard of Cream of Some Young Guy?
No.
It's a great dish.
I can't see chat, so this is like I just looked at chat for the first time.
Oh yeah, let's see if we can bust
Yeah,
this lady
that's
open
pretty
yet.
bad.
So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was into?
I'm sorry, sir. We don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak with someone in customer service?
Yeah, service D's nuts, bitch. What's she talking about? I guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Bazzigu, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg's troubles have to do something with this? I'm guessing it's all the losing fucking horse tickets. There's one.
That.
A bunch of horse racing tickets? All losing ones?
With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center.
Yes, we know. We've been over this a few times.
You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in others' misfortunes is immoral.
Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell?
But what is the relevance of these tickets?
The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg, he had a gambling habit, didn't he?
I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time.
I don't. I fucking know better. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets.
Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own.
You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Elg's gambling habit wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? Yeah. The lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's gotta have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Why you sweating? Maybe bad enough that to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps?
No. You were right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand?
Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any.
But if you win, there's no problems there. And Glenn did have a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000.
Yeah, but...
It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it?
It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end, but that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that.
Deep trouble? What do you mean?
Mr. Elg's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Perhaps it was... Furio Tigre! Furio Tigre, boss of the loan office called Tender Lender.
Tender lender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices.
Like, you're one to talk. Well, what do you think?
Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money.
No. I mean about Mr. Elg.
You think Glenn had something to do with this Furio Tigre?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't know of any connection between the two of them.
Bullshit! Really, because I've got proof that Mr. Elg and the tiger knew each other.
It's Don Tigre.
Furio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk to him about would be his debt.
No. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think.
$100,000? Ouch.
But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear.
Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then?
Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money.
His talents?
I suspect he was talking about programming.
Oh, really? What computer program is worth $100,000?
Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work.
Nope. I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber.
No!
Hell yeah, I win.
Fuck what you heard. Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer. But it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep.
You mean he was in debt?
Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work. Something a bit risky.
Risky? Ow.
Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tribulations?
Where do you come up with these ideas? So it's safe to say that Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh?
The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius, in a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market.
Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change.
This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts.
I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Glen Elg's losing horse racing tickets thrown back on the floor.
Use the trash can, Nick!
I guess we're done here. I don't have anything else for... Check the kitchen. Oh. All right, let's try viola. The Head Bandit.
She kind of reminds me of the girl with the green ribbon.
What?
Nothing.
You said that bandage around your head was from an operation? You also said that you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct?
Yes. The operation was very difficult, apparently.
Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? What's up? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Where is it? There we go. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious this car was involved in an accident.
See that. Bill is made out to the Cadaverinis.
Yes, it is.
I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me?
Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. All right, then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? Bless up!
It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try and avoid it, but I took a blow to the head. A bad one.
Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right?
I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard.
Ran away?
If they'd stayed, I'd have...
Is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been... Yes, with his bash to shit scooter? It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident.
It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it. Look at that fucking hair. It's definitely him.
Definitely him.
We collided, the motorbike and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all, is he?
It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. Look at this thing, it's beat to shit. Where is it?
Cute scooter.
It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Ms. Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Furio Tigre. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they?
Plead the fifth. It's possible, perhaps.
I plead the fifth! Bye, bot.
Somewhere inside me, I know it may be true.
I knew it.
But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive.
How much are we talking?
1 million. Very, very, very expensive.
She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right?
After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him.
Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. It was your granddad! Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you're his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money?
$1.
$1 million.
1 million. 4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's what needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really?
I guess if she was recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big.
They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million bucks? My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay
Welcome to America, demon.
$1 million in compensation. Compensation, huh?
It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million bucks? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow.
I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cataverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather.
Oh damn, she a sad bitch now.
But I knew that wasn't really true. Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way?
Here.
Oh,
Go ahead.
take these.
What are these? Medical papers?
I'm Bruto Cataverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer. He simply couldn't refuse.
Hey, it's a Godfather reference!
Brum, brum, brum.
We are playing on PC, so this is a Steam version. Yeah, Australia Medicare sounds great. We can't have that here, though. Poor people have to suffer in America, demon. Viola's medical papers added to the court record.
Wow, I feel so bad for Viola.
It's inexcusable.
Huh?
There are two things that I consider inexcusable. Shitting and farting.
Overcooked zucchini.
Overcooked zucchini and overcooked fucking steak. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of those tactics. Miles Edgeworth breaking my heart.
Fucking stab him like a real man. Is everything alright, Nick?
We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso.
Yeah.
I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Repair bill thrown into the trash. I used the garbage can this time.
Oh, good job.
Good job.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Ah, finally. This should probably be the end of it, and then we'll move on to P4G. Bonjour, I've been waiting for you to return.
Mr. Armstrong.
Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you, fellas.
Ah! It's shin up.
Who you calling Zinoope?
Ah!
Come out from under the table already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What? You just want to play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers, now! Uh-oh, I think he wants Viola Cataverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cataverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it, that girl's dumber than an eggplant. You just wanna know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad, and it ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers.
Damn.
Tomorrow in court, I'm gonna expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's two of us here. You got that? Two.
Gonna have to subscribe to his OnlyFans.
Damn, dude, OnlyFans and OnlyFeet. Oui. Mr. Armstrong? Forgive me, désolé, I cannot argue with him. Am I getting beat up right now? This is bullshit. Erg, that really hurt. Is that all you's got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter. Wait, don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright. That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence. Hold it, pal. Aw, shit, Gumshoe's here to save the day. Let's go. Detective Gumshoe? Detective? You just think you're gonna stop me, copper? Beat it. Ugh.
Whoa! Come on, Gumshoe, keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me.
But
Go, pal, and take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh?
all right, thanks, Gumshoe.
Wait, Nick, leave me behind. Oh, who's gonna deliver the wieners?
Yeah, where's the wieners? I'll get even with that guy tomorrow. In court! Tender Lender is going down. To be continued. Hell yeah. Jesus, that was long. Whew. Good job, Bubba.
Fucking professional.
Professional. That's it.